Okay, so our theme is Spirit in Motion, being the transformation. And as we discussed last week, the practices of transformation is ever dissolving, one, imagining, reforming, and flying. So we're going to talk about each one. Last week we talked about dissolving. Today is imagination. How synchronistic that the song was about imagination. Perfect, absolutely perfect. All of these phases happen in an ever ascending spiral of transformation. We're always evolving is another word. We are always evolving. We don't stop evolving. Even when it looks like we're not, we are evolving. But that awareness of evolution is so key to our manifesting those desires that we hold in our heart. And if we don't think we have any, look again, because we're here on this planet and it's not an accident. Remember, we said transforming is more than just changing. It's more than improving. It's more than becoming a better, brighter version of ourselves. To transform is to become something or someone who has heretofore never existed. So we can recreate, ourselves are recreating our entire body every year, so we can recreate every kind of experience we have in any moment if we choose to step out and have that courage. Now spiritually, we know that there is nothing to transform, not truly, nothing to become, because we are already divine. We are already perfect expressions of God itself. And remember our koan, K-O-A-N. In case you don't remember it from last week, it's a good one. A seemingly paradoxical statement used in Zen Buddhism, but we can meditate upon it for enlightenment. And here's the one that we use, which I think is great. Transformation is the process of becoming what we already are, that which we already are. So let me say it again. Transformation is the becoming, is the process of becoming something which we already are. We are already whole, complete, and perfect in every way. Infinite potential is already present within us, if we believe that. If we don't believe it, then we won't experience it. But if we believe it and have that faith in it, we will experience it. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's such a gift. I call it miraculous. I call it miraculous because it's something that I can't imagine in my brain, and then I know a miracle is going to take place, and then it does. And then I go, wow, I couldn't have planned that. I could not have planned that. That's my miracle. And that's the universe always supporting us in the most amazing ways. You are already God in expression. You are whole, complete, and perfect. Spiritually, this is true. And at the same time, on this human plane, we don't always feel whole, complete, and perfect, right? We don't always feel that way because we're having this human experience. And so life as a whole is complete. It is perfect. Even when it doesn't look like it, there's a much bigger picture. As the song said, there's a much bigger picture that is whole, complete, and perfect. We're only here for a short time, right? So the rest of this beautiful planet Earth will continue in its beauty. It will. I believe that. So we are in the process of peeling away the layers of false beliefs, which we're always peeling away at. Get rid of them. Just move into that whole, I'm going to go through some things today where we can see, wow, I can't believe that was taught to me as a child. And that's what we're going to, I'll point them out to you. So we want our spiritual truth to shine forth. And every time we do that, we transform. And then from that level, we spiral. We'll always spiral upwards. We're always spiraling. The universe does not go backwards. It always goes forward. I believe that with every ounce of my being. And every time we evolve, move to a higher level of living, and as we become that, as is what is present in spirit, not only are we lifting ourselves up, but we lift up everyone around us. We lift everyone around us. It's incredible the effect that we have on people, and when we don't realize it. And last week, we looked at the phase of dissolving. And there's one phase in that can help us release some of the potential pain of this stage. I've been using this all week, and maybe if you were here last week, and if you weren't, I'm on YouTube under my name. You can watch it, okay? Dissolving. This is a great one. It is until it isn't. So simple, right? I say a lot, it is what it is. What can I do to move forward? But now I'm saying, I'm adding something to it. It is what it is until it isn't. It is what it is until it isn't. Why? Because things are always changing. They are not stagnant. There is no stagnation in this universal energy. It's always moving. It can't get stuck. Only we as humans think we get stuck. It is what it is until it isn't. Look back at your life. Things didn't stay the way they were. They always change. And if you consciously are aware, you can change them for the good, for your absolute good in life. And today, we look at the phase of imagining, which may come after, or perhaps a hint of that, when we are dissolving. So, we told the whole parable last week about that little goldfish. Love that little goldfish. They got flushed. He went down that toilet, and that little goldfish, though, he had an inkling that he could be something bigger. And he became a dolphin. And we don't know how the universe is going to move our imagination along, or thinking along, so be careful of what you think about. He got flushed. In the process, he became something so much greater than he had been before, where he was dissatisfied. The same goes for us and all living creatures on this planet and beyond. So our theme today is, if you can see it, you can be it. If you can see it in your mind's eye, you can be it. Religious science, New Thought, tells us that everything is created twice. First, at the level of mind, God's mind in the macrocosm, our mind in the microcosm. That's the human level. And then it's created again in the physical world. So the first creation takes place when we imagine it, and the second takes place when it actually forms, and it will form. Everything has been created, great or small. First, it had to take place either in God's mind or in our own human mind, our imagination. Creation is simply and eloquently described in the Gospel of John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So it's powerful when you ponder that. Ponder that. In my religious upbringing, Word, in that kind of a passage, in a Christian passage, usually refers to Jesus. And perhaps you learned that too, and perhaps you didn't. I think it means so much more, so much more. Perhaps it meant an idea imagined in the beginning was an idea. Take out word, was an idea. And the idea of greater and greater life expression. Imagination is the threshold of creation. Imagination is the threshold of creation. It is. You know, when you were in school, bringing up all that stuff from the past, when you were in school, you were told not to daydream. Stop that daydreaming. We were imagining, we were creating, we were doing what we were put on this earth to do. They had it all wrong, but now we got it right. So let's believe in our version because it's so much more positive and reassuring. We were creating with enthusiasm as only children can, but we can too, because we carry that child inside of us. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, wrote in his book, Science of Mind, we must relight the torch of our imagination by fire caught from heaven. Fire caught from heaven. At the level of transformation, there is a spark of an idea which ignites your desire, which is passion and enthusiasm. That's the fire from heaven. Passion and enthusiasm. And sets the divine creative process into circulation, into motion. And we know we create everything through the divine creative process that we study here in classes, that we learn here. As imaginating bodies, as imagination bodies forth the form of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them into, I'm going to read this again because this is Shakespeare, and Shakespeare I don't really fully comprehend. I will admit it. I don't really fully, but he's a genius, everyone says, so I believe everyone. All right, he's a genius. He wrote this. This is what Shakespeare wrote. As imagination bodies forth the form of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shape and give to airy nothing, a local habitation and a name. Okay. This is why okay. It is, in fact, imagination, you know, coupled with passion and enthusiasm. They take hold of what seems to be the airy nothing and make something forth from it. But the truth is, there really isn't any airy nothings in this incredible atmosphere that we reside in, that we are of pure potential energy. We are energy in potentiality. Anything that we can dream of, we can achieve it. Every great mind has told us this. We must believe it though. And then move forward with it. Claim it, it's yours. This is an energy of infinite potentiality. The truth is that there is no such thing as that airy nothing. And that universal energy is what we are. Our imagination calls this universal energy into action. Our imagination is dynamic, the dynamic force that can be put to amazing use. Truly can. One of Stephen Covey's 7 habits of highly effective people is Begin with the end in mind. When you have seen and felt something in consciousness, you have set into operation the means through which it can be achieved. You have activated the law, that divine law of God, the law that is the doer of what we can imagine. And also, in Science Divine, Ernest Holmes wrote, we can so fill ourselves with the drawing power of attraction that it will become irresistible. Nothing can hinder us when we know that we are dealing with one power that creates all from itself, moves all within itself, and yet holds everything in place. Divine order holds everything in place, in harmony. First, envision what you want. You have to know what you want. Dream big. Dream big. Get a mental concept of the thing, how you want to be. It's not even a matter of just getting stuff. It's how do you want to be while you're here in this human experience. See yourself doing it, being it, feeling it, and feel it. Gain passion for it. Gain passion and enthusiasm. That's what the whole class is about. Ask and you shall receive, right? Walt Disney once said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Always remember, this whole thing started with a mouse. Look at how big that got. You do know what I mean, right? Expecting more of a response. This whole thing started from a mouse. Disney World, theme parks, movies, books, T-shirts, whatever you can think of, it's there, that little mouse, Mickey. And I love these words of Ernest Holmes. Free yourself forever from the thought that God may be pleased by a life of sacrifice, and that the world is any better because of your misery. You ever learn that?
Yes.
I did. Wow, what a thing to teach a child. No. So now, oh my goodness, we can teach our grandchildren. Yeah, look around the room. We can teach our grandchildren and our children, as you already have, that God wants them to thrive. Back to Ernest Holmes. Or that righteousness is more perfectly expressed through poverty than abundance. Wow. No wonder people have lack consciousness. That's what you're brought up with. Know that the greater abundance of every good thing which you are bringing out in your life, the more perfectly you are satisfying the divine urge within you. Anything you can dream of is not too great for you to undertake. And that was from Ernest Holmes. All of these great thinkers, go back and look, read Thoreau. Read all of them. They are all Emerson. They are all saying the same thing. And now the second stage for that is have faith in your dream. Have faith in that which you have imagined. Believe in the possibility that is made, that you made for yourself. It's all yours. All possibility of the spirit indwelling, which it has no limits. It has no limits. That means you have no limits, truly. You have no limits. All things are possible to him who believes. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open unto you. According to your faith, it is done unto you. And that is all from the master teacher, Jesus. He was teaching this stuff. That's why they killed him. They didn't want people to be powerful. So you execute that person. This was a powerful master teacher. All the words that he spoke iterated and reiterated the power of our faith to bring about whatever it is that we can imagine. And third is to act. Act on that faith. Pressing on with perseverance, determination, courage towards achieving that dream, that goal, whatever it is. Whatever it is that you want in your life. Belva Davis, a Russian leader, wrote, "Don't be afraid of the space between your dreams and reality. If you can dream it, you can make it so." A couple of years ago, there was a movie, more than a couple. It was a movie, but it illustrates this point perfectly, called Aquila and the Bee. I don't know if you ever saw that, but you can rent it. Oh, you did, Mary. Yes, these old movies. Okay, that represents what we're talking about here this morning. If you can rent it, rent it. It's about a young girl in a gang-infested community in Los Angeles who had a dream to win the National Scripps Spelling Bee. And I'm not going to give the whole story away, but rent it. It's a perfect example of everything that we are speaking about. As far as imagining it, seeing it, and being it. She saw the winner of a spelling bee on television getting this trophy and holding up. And that's what she saw for herself. That became her dream. And she proclaimed it out loud. She made it her screensaver. And I really think she had the right to absolutely imagine this incredible goal for herself. Her faith waned now and then, but she persevered and persevered and persevered, which really gets into the last phase in 2 weeks. We'll be talking about flying. But here's a preview. In the end, whether she achieved her goal or not didn't matter. What mattered is who she became in the process. That's what really mattered. What she learned about herself and became because of that perseverance, the courage. It's amazing. The little girl at the end of the movie was not the same one at the beginning. Maybe you can think of that for yourself when you went through something that took great courage and you were not the same. You could not be the same at the end of it. And then we just keep evolving. Like I said, we keep spiraling upward. So our imagination is a powerful part of a transformational process. I ask you a question: how are you using it? Use it for more than just having. Use it to create and be a part of the world that you are proud to put your name on. I don't care what's going on in the world, because stuff is always going on. What we focus on is our consciousness and how we proceed through life. The integrity and the courage that we hold in our hearts, and we put our name on that. We put our name on that. Let's close this with a prayer. Okay, so let's take a really nice deep breath. And this is a prayer to experience and to know what that desire is within you, and feel it as if it were already made manifest. It's already here. And get that feeling state, what you would feel like. And so I speak this word for each and every one here, and each and everyone everywhere that hears this word. This is my word of absolute truth. Knowing that there is this infinite power, one, unity. We are all a part of it. We are it. We are all a part of this one energy, this one loving force of energy. And this energy is powerful, palpable, and immense, beyond anything we can imagine. It is the power of this divine love itself, and it is filled with peace. It is filled with infinite potential. It is filled with loving energy. It is filled with all good, all good. And I know that each and every one of us open our consciousness, our awareness to this good, to the truth of who we really are, the beauty of who we are, the loving energy of who we are. And we deserve to live the best life that we can live. If we can dream it, we can achieve it. And so we dream it, we imagine it, we welcome whatever it is. If it's love, if it's abundance, if it's pure joy, if it's community, if whatever it is for you. Hold that in your consciousness, imagine it, play with it, make friends with it, embody it, become it completely. And then you have the fire in your heart, the passion, the enthusiasm. I am so grateful to speak this word and to absolutely know that that passion, that enthusiasm is the vitality of this powerful energy we reside as. Not in, but as. For we are powerful creators of our life. And I am claiming that each one creates for themselves the life that is so wonderful, so magnificent, so giving. And I give thanks to speak in this word. I give thanks for my faith that this word cannot return void. I give thanks for all that is. For I know, truly, ultimately, it is all God, and that we are all God. And so in that knowing, in that gratitude, I release this word into the powerful use of that intelligent law of the creative mind, where this word is made manifest in each and everyone's life, right here and right now. And so it is. So it is.